What's up, guys? Welcome back. Glad you're here. On today's episode, we got a great one planned for you. That's right. We're going to be looking at one of my favorite, not only families, not only one of my favorite places to buy cards, but just some great people overall. That's right. We're going to be looking at the Socal Deck by Socal Playing Cards and the Cortez family. So, buckle in your seatbelts. We're going there. Let's go. Socal Playing Cards. That's right. The deck is here. This is a self-funded deck. This was not on Kickstarter. If you're not familiar with Socal Playing Cards and the Cortez family, the Socal brand is ran by primarily Henry Cortez and his wife, Mrs. Cortez. They run a website where they sell playing cards as well as other things such as merchandise and carrot cases and more. The front of the tuck box is going to feature the Socal Playing Cards logo, which is also pretty much the California Republic logo there. As you can see, you're going to have the three stripes with the star there on the left. The bear, it's going to say Socal Playing Cards with the thicker red stripe underneath. The left and right sides of the tuck are going to say Socal Playing Cards. The bottom of the tuck is going to feature some ad copy about Socal Playing Cards as well as their website and more. The back of the tuck box is going to feature the back design of the cards, which we'll get into shortly. The top of the tuck box itself is going to say Socal Playing Cards. There's going to be no tuck seal. On the inner flap, it's going to say approved by Cookie. If you're not familiar, Cookie is their little hamster who's the head of quality control. The back design on the deck itself, as you can see, is going to be a mirrored image of what we saw on the front of the talk box earlier with the bear and the logo where it says Socal Playing Cards. You're going to have those stripes there that are a full bleed that go through to the side of the deck itself, making it great for fans, flourishes, and more. You're also going to have those medium to thicker poker borders also. This deck does come printed by the United States Playing Card Company on their premium crushed stock. It does have a traditional cut and an air cushion emboss, and this is a limited run of only 2,500 decks. With this deck, you're going to receive a double backer. A double backer is great for magic tricks. It has the back design both on the front and back of each card. You're going to have a thank you ad card from Henry. If you're not familiar, each and every order that you get from Socal Playing Cards, you get this personalized thank you card. So a very nice touch. The last two cards are going to be your duplicate and original Jokers. That's right, Henry put these in there to help out the magicians that love a duplicate Joker. As you can see, it's going to have the full Socal Playing Cards logo there in the center, and it's going to say Joker in the left and bottom right corners. The pips and indices in this deck are all 100% custom. As you can see, the blacks are no longer black. They're that beautiful brown, and you'll see those beautiful Pantone colors pop, especially off of the court cards, as you can see here, which have all been stripped down and just added those Socal colors. Now, Henry used the Daniel Snyder kind of silhouette that you can download off of his website and then changed everything from there. The aces also have that standardized look, as you can see, until we get to the more prominent of the aces, the ace of spades. It's going to have that enlarged spade pip there in the center, hollowed out with the bear there in the center, which is part of that logo. It's also going to say Socal Playing Cards underneath. That's it for the deck. Join me now for my final thoughts. Alright guys, so my final thoughts on this deck, I give it a B-. That's right, a B-. This is an amazing deck all the way around. Not only that, but it's some of my favorite people. I love the Cortezes. I love Henry. I love Miss Cortez, Max, Ruby, the whole nine. Great people over there. Just amazing. They've always taught, or, really just always took care of me and always really supported me in my platform. And I do have to send out a personal thank you and public thank you to Henry and his family for always being so gracious and generous, and just probably some of the most humble people that I've had the chance and opportunity to know. So thank you. But we're here about the deck, guys, and it's awesome. It's so awesome. Now, I want to give some credit where credit's due. Actually, before we get into that, another congratulations. Henry was able to get this within 2 weeks, I believe, of this release. Get this into a brick and mortar shop. That's right. He got these in I Love IE. So awesome. Just, I mean, come on. How amazing is that? So that's awesome. So I don't know how much supplies or whatever he got into there. I don't know if this is something that he's going to continue to do, if he's going to continue to reprint these and whatnot. I have no idea. He should, because it goes into what I was going to say before I said that, which is this deck not only applies to us as magicians, us as cardists, because of, you know, the back design, the pips and indices and stuff being standardized and whatnot, but this deck applies to all of California. That's the awesome part about this. Now, I do want to give credit where credit's due. My buddy Darren Lee, Darren Magic on Instagram. I'll link him down below. You guys can check him out. He's an awesome designer, playing card designer, magician, just the whole nine. Just such a great guy. But I got to give him credit for saying this, because it didn't click until he said it. He was talking in one of his lives, and he says, literally, Henry has put out a deck that applies to California as a whole. This deck is such a statement to California that it applies to everybody. That's the best part about this deck. And I think that's something that not a lot of people think about, because I sure as hell didn't think about it. And now, I get it. I'm not from California. I lived there for about 3 months, if that counts. But, you know, man, just saying. But anyway. But how genius is that? That when you first think about this deck, you go, well, it's just a deck with his company on it. But his genius branding, it's not just his company. The name, Socal, applies to Southern California. It applies to California. So it's not just about his company. And you have to step back for a second and really think about that. And then you go, oh my God, this is just a deck that represents Southern California, or California as a whole. And that's awesome. And yeah, like, come on, genius, you know? But like I said, overall, really great deck of cards. Like I said, standard pips and indices for the most part. He used the Daniel Snyder package, which, let's be honest, is just a glorified USPC retouch. But nonetheless, it is USPC, so it's very familiar the minute you see it, making this great for Magic, gameplay, cardistry, the whole nine. Really great deck of cards, super soft. He used that premium stock that I use also on my deck, that we're seeing more and more also on a lot of decks. But yeah, very fun deck. Very, very fun deck. So yeah, good job, guys. But that's all I can say about this deck, guys. Like I said, if you guys are looking for great playing cards, do head over to SocalPlayingCards.com for a huge selection of playing cards, as well as carrot cases and more. Like I said, great deals over there all the time. Guaranteed that the Cortezes will take care of you. Every deck that you purchase comes in a free carrot case DS1 sleeve. If you guys are not familiar with the DS1s, I've done a review on these. You can go ahead and check those out. But yeah, head over there, guys. Links in the description below. All right. So I do want to thank Henry over at Socal for allowing me to have this deck so I could do the review for you. And if you enjoyed this review, you know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you beautiful people on the next one.